Welcome, food travelers, to an episode here in Richmond, British Columbia in Canada. In this episode, we head to John 316, a Malaysian restaurant for lunch. They have 3 locations, one in Vancouver, 2 in Richmond. This is the Richmond location, and the other Richmond location is an express station in the Aberdeen Centre food court. They have been open for quite some time now, and I finally had the chance to make it here and try them out. A lot of my Malaysian friends have recommended me this restaurant to try, as it's the closest thing they have to what they call home, as authentic as it gets. And as the name suggests, it is based on the biblical scripture of John 3:16, and their operating hours is Mondays to Saturdays with Sunday closed. And they open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for lunch, then they reopen again from 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for dinner.
Yeah, Micah, this is actually the Vancouver, BC area, Richmond. They actually have quite a Malaysian presence over there, because this is not the first Malaysian restaurant. We've actually went to another Malaysian restaurant where we actually had a 12-course meal, I believe, at the time. I believe it was called Banana Leaf, so it was pretty interesting to see kind of another one. And Micah, one of the biggest things I want to see is kind of like the comparison between the two of what you had, because I really did enjoy the Malaysian food at Banana Leaf, and unfortunately I couldn't join you on this one and enjoy this food, but it did look really good from the things I saw.
Yeah, Simon, so this one I thought was probably a little bit more authentic in terms of the taste and everything. The presentation is definitely different from Banana Leaf. So starting off here, some of the items that I got was the satay chicken, 4 skewers with peanut sauce. I also had the lor bak, which is a popular Malaysian street food. It's basically a crispy 5-spice pork roll wrapped in bean curd skin. It's very crispy. I thought that one was pretty good. Another thing that I ordered for like the entrees was the Hainanese chicken, and you later see that in the video. And I also got the eggplant, and also got the what's it called, the Hainanese rice. I think some of the items here were pretty good in terms of how it was prepared. So with one of the items that I got here was the raw tea, kanai, which is what you saw in the beginning of the video there. That one, it does have some choices where I chose it with the curry chicken. I thought that was pretty good. The flavors, good texture. It was the raw tea was soft and puffy, just kind of the way you want it. Some places they kind of overcook it or make it too dry and stiff, but this one, as you saw in the video, was well made, really puffy, arrived nice, kind of like a balloon shape, and it was light and airy and layered in a pretty good texture there.
To me, when I saw it, it kind of looked like a naan bread. Is it pretty similar, would you say, or is it completely different texture than what you would see? Because to me, it looked like it was like a naan bread, but just more kind of crumpled up a bit. And then accompanied with that chicken curry, that actually looks fairly similar to like what we have in Cambodia, where it's a coconut-based chicken curry that they have there, and so it adds a little bit more creaminess. How was that?
Yeah, it was pretty creamy, I would say. I don't know if it's similar to naan bread, because some places they make the naan bread a little bit more, I guess, doughy, I would say. In comparison, it just depends on the restaurant, right? Some places is, I guess you could say, is pretty similar in terms of how they make it there. But overall, I did really enjoy that one. I thought that was pretty good. And here you see in the video, I'm twisting my fork there. That is the lor bak, which is the Malaysian street food that I mentioned earlier there, with the 5-spice pork roll. I thought that was pretty good. I really like that one. I know it's not for everybody, because it is more like a veggie style dish. I was there with my dad, and he didn't enjoy that. But for me, I thought I was pleasant with that.
Everything looked pretty good. The only thing for me that kind of had most of the question was the eggplant. I really do like eggplant, but I am very texturally sensitive with eggplant for some reason. It seems like it's one of the few, like I like it when it's nice and crispy, and that's how I really enjoy eggplant. And if it becomes too soft and mushy, for some reason, when I eat it that way, I just don't enjoy it. So how was that?
Yeah, in that case, you probably wouldn't enjoy this one as much. For me, it's made in a way where that I enjoy it. I kind of like that softness to it. I wouldn't say it's mushy in any way, but the way that's made is kind of like they were using Chinese ingredients and cooking in like the Malay spices and flavors, and it was like stir fry, so it has good flavors. And uh, eating that with the Hainanese rice was pretty good. The other thing I did want to mention was that Hainanese chicken. I thought that was cooked to as close to Malaysia as you could get there. I've had a lot of Hainanese chicken in this area, and I don't think anything compares to this. It was very, very tender, had really good flavors, very, very juicy, just cooked really well. It's definitely something to try. So after having lunch there, we wanted to get dessert. So something that we really enjoy is Hong Kong style dessert, which is very different from other Chinese desserts there. But for this one, it's called Snackshot. From what I saw online, they have 3 different locations, with 2 of them in Vancouver and 1 in Richmond. And since we were already in the Richmond location, it was just a few blocks away from the restaurant that we were at. And most Chinese dessert shops, they open pretty late, as usually people would eat dessert after dinner and hang out till really late at night. So we were pretty surprised that this was open pretty early. And so for their hours of operations, they open daily with weekdays from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are open from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m.
What would you say is kind of their specialty, I guess, for their desserts, Hong Kong style desserts?
So as you see here in the menu, one of their specialty here is that mahjong pudding, and also the sweet soup tastings. So for us, what we really wanted was black sesame soup, which is kind of like a black sesame seed that's toasted with that you kind of toast, and then you make that with like the glutinous rice, and you kind of blend it together in like a blender, then strain it, then add some water and boil it in a hot pot. And you could add like I guess some places still make it with powder, so it's different. It's just depending on the restaurant and how they make it. I thought it was pretty good. I think it was not too sweet. Sometimes people make it too sweet with too much rock sugar or too much cane sugar, but this was not the case. With the mahjong, I thought this was pretty good. It looks so authentic with how they made it, and that those dollar bills, those are made with rice paper. It didn't really taste like anything until you dip it into the red bean sauce. So those are edible, as the staff had mentioned.
Pretty cool, unique take on kind of making edible items, and in this case, money and mahjong tiles. Kind of going back, I remember, Micah, when we went to Hong Kong way back when together. I remember you took me to a shop there, and we actually had the black sesame dessert, and I remember I really enjoyed it too. And definitely one of the things where I prefer is definitely something less sweet. So it's nice to see that it's there and they actually offer it and you actually like it, because I like the one we had in Hong Kong. So that definitely means that I can actually go and try this spot to get black sesame dessert if I feel like I want to go eat it and it's not too far away. I don't have to fly all the way across the ocean to go get it.
Yeah, this place, it definitely has a lot of different desserts, and it's definitely something I would come back and try different items that they offer here at this restaurant, or dessert shop, I should say. There's some other items that I saw on the menu that looked pretty interesting that I think will be pretty good. Like, for example, they have something called the wooden bucket tofu dish that I wanted to try, but unfortunately my stomach did not have space for that. But overall, both of these restaurants are really good, and if you are in the Richmond area, I definitely recommend them. And for this notable is the Hainanese chicken from John 3:16. Authentic and incredible flavor, the chicken is perfectly poached to a silky tender texture, and paired with that Hainanese rice being so fragrant and cooked in a chicken broth, Together, this signature dish offers a truly genuine taste of Malaysia that's hard to find.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.